We are here for our students, so we want something that when they walk in the building, they can feel alive and warm.
When you get something new, it makes you a little bit more confident.
Giving a community a new school. I mean, that sounds like a very basic statement, but this school's 60 years old.
I always need to feel like, what am I doing with my work? And somebody said to me, he said, I think you're in the process of helping build America's future. And that stuck. When you think about a school that's built, or any building, your house, it's subject to wear and tear from weather, age, and use.
This school's 60 years old. So literally this is one of those buildings that you have every climate of the planet.
Now it's time for a new one. If you look around and you see the conditions, it did its job. It taught the people in Cleveland, children of Cleveland, adults of Cleveland. Now it's time to move on. Now it's time for a new building.
Our school district sits here quiet, restful at night, and then in the morning when everybody comes, we have 39,000 kids and another, 10, 12, 15,000 parents and others opening doors tens of thousands of times and flushing toilets tens of thousands of times each day. And through wear and tear, those are items that, cause us to need to reinvest through regular repair or renovation or to replace with brand new. When I came here, we were in the process of building and replacing Harvey Rice, which I think at that time that was about 104, 105 years old. It was in pretty bad shape.
The look of the building, it was not as warm as and inviting as this place is at all.
When you go to a brand new building, you just feel like, oh my God. Air conditioning buildings, the floors, the walls. We came from, the ceiling was even horrible. But can you come to a brand new building, the ceiling is beautiful, the floors, your accommodation for your restrooms for your students. It's just nice.
It's awesome to have a nice new facility to greet our scholars in each day. It brings a sense of pride for them to see them in a nice new place, and I think it helps them feel more valued. It helps them value where they come and what types of things that they're learning.
When I came here, it looked clean and shiny. I'm like, what schools I'm going to then? Like the first day, I could clean public school, so I thought it was going to be boring or something, but it wasn't.
We're using our smart boards. We have the projectors. It's just an enlightenment of just brightness of the building. We are here for our students, so we want something that when they walk in the building, they can feel alive and warm.
We know new school buildings don't guarantee high quality schools, but we also know environment matters. And so giving our kids the environment that promotes success is important. Issue 4 surprises people and they therefore think their taxes will increase. It will not increase taxes. It also guarantees the continued support of the state of Ohio that pays $2 for every $1 we raise for new school construction. And then the issue actually also contributes about $500 million over the course of 5 years in jobs through construction and renovations and things in our schools. Those are jobs for our community. The Board of Education has adopted the City Community Benefits Agreement, which prioritizes Cleveland residents, minority residents, and female business owners. And so it keeps our dollars in our community to support our citizens.
You know when you get something new, new pair of shoes, your confidence level goes up. When you go to a new school, the confidence level, when you go to play sports and people look at you like, okay, they got that. They're gonna win because you know when you get something new, it makes you a little bit more confident.
The alum base here is awesome. I mean, if you talk to people from like the 60s, 70s, 80s that came here, it's a very proud group. And the idea that we get to kind of continue that tradition in this kind of new facility that really recognizes that technology has changed a lot in the last 60 years and we need this new state of the art. It's just kind of like the next generation of really what has already established itself as a historically great school.
I'm particularly excited about the opening of the new school because I grew up in this neighborhood and I really see that there is so much of a need to build a facility that is going to make kids really excited about learning and to make them feel passionate about their experience in high school.
Hold it down.
So they're moving from a 5-acre site to a 13-acre site. That has a 2-story academic wing where their general core academic activities will work, and then you'll see the shop areas. We did leave certain areas of the walls open so students could look in. As part of their instruction, they can see the inner design or the inner workings of plumbing and items behind the scenes, and hopefully it's a good learning lab for them as well.
The difference from the size, I was like, oh my God, it is huge. I was like, this is gonna be amazing. Like, people are gonna feel better when they go there.
From the business community's perspective, it's going to make learning more real. The new school will, just by the fact of the way it's been designed, offer that real-world experience in a high school setting.
In giving our kids in our community the schools they deserve, we know that modern science labs and computer labs matter and that the modern buildings have these features. We know that early childhood matters and that modern buildings allow us to build early childhood classrooms. Some of those same features are nearly impossible to retrofit in our oldest buildings.
With the new school, we separate areas of the building that can be used by the community. Gymnasiums, the cafeteria for meeting spaces, the media center. And we're able to provide them that access and yet be able to secure our academic wing.
It makes people proud to walk in and see this in their neighborhood, to see, you know, a nice computer lab, to see a beautiful gymnasium. And so I think it speaks to the value that we place on education. And so we just have to make sure that the things that we do inside every day match what the look of the building is. In the community as well, because the community is a place of education too. So when we think about the impact of a new building in the community, it can only be positive. It can only be, you know, a positive thing for the students and their families.
It's good for the city, good for the school systems, good for the community. It's good. I think it's going to be good all around.
My high school experience was a really good experience, and I would like to see that these students are also looking back at their high school years and saying that was fantastic, and I'm so glad that the Cleveland School District and its community partners got together to make this happen for me.
It's really important for our community to finish the job for all the schools that our kids need. We really want every child in every neighborhood to access a quality school. And we will continue to work on the Cleveland plan to make sure that they also access quality education.
Share the excitement of children when they're coming into their new schools, the very first day of the classes, the excitement and the looks on their faces. For me, it creates a full circle vision of that. And let's face it, at the end of the day, if we don't have hope for our future, what do we have?